And we're joined by Gord Milsom, candidate for mayor in West Kelowna. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
So it looked for a while there that you were just going to be acclaimed as mayor, but at the 11th hour, you're being contested by Mary Mandarino. And has that sort of, I don't know, invigorated you at all, given you at least more sort of reason to get out there and truly campaign?
Yeah, I think it's really been a good thing that Mary stepped up. It's it's really it's helped me develop my own thoughts when preparing for interviews like this, for example.
Right.
You know, doing a little more research, just sharpen my game up, you can say.
So your background is you're not coming from, you're not an incumbent, but you had 7 years on council. So you're not one of those start with being the mayor people.
No, I was elected as council in 2007.
This is the beginnings of West Kelowna. You were there.
Oh yeah, right when we incorporated, day one.
And West Kelowna, right from the beginning, you know, when you got on that first council, right away you had this legacy of a municipality that probably should have been incorporated years earlier. So you had a laundry list of things to start getting to, like infrastructure-wise. And I take it that, you know, what is it, 11 years later or so, you're still working your way down that list. And so what tops your priorities there?
I would say the number one would be the building of the new water treatment plant in Rose Valley. Really important that we have good, clean, good quality water throughout the whole community.
Right.
You know, we're getting tired of water quality advisories, boil water advisories. So that's number one.
But that's going to cost money. People are going to expect higher water rates or a little tax increase or something. You've got, I take it it's mostly funded from...
Yeah, there's about $42 million that are coming from the province and from the federal government. So the water treatment plant's going to cost about $50 million. So we got $42 million in grants, which is helps in a big way.
Yeah.
The other $8 million would be funded internally, but you know the water rates are going up, unfortunately. Water is just going to cost more, but we're going to have clean water. We're going to have the best water in the province.
I can't wait to taste that.
Well, you'll have to come over to the bridge and drink as much as you want.
Right. You did mention safe roads prior to this interview, that's a priority for you. You've got a lot of roads on there, some that don't even have sidewalks.
Yeah, there's some arterial roads that really need to be upgraded. For example, Glen Rosa Road. There's a middle school on Glen Rosa Road, and in the wintertime, there's no, you know, the snow's plowed over on the side. Children got to walk on the streets, very unsafe situation. So we need to upgrade that road. And another is Shannon Lake Road, part of that, and Elliott Road. So we're playing catch up with this type of infrastructure.
Right.
It's a lot of money to upgrade the roads, but fortunately they're DCC roads. So the developers have contributed to reserves for that.
Right.
So 70% of the money comes from the developers in the area.
Right, but still you've got to set priorities. So you would probably get to Glen Rosa first?
Yes, in my mind that's number one.
Right. Public safety, it's a big issue on the Kelowna side of the bridge, in West Kelowna. Crime as well seems to come up. You've been knocking on doors, people bring that up?
Yeah, you know, relative crime it's not too bad of a situation in West Kelowna, but there's still, we have break-in entries into vehicles, into homes, and it is a concern of our residents. And I think we need to review the level of policing we have within West Kelowna. We may have to add a couple of more police officers.
Right. Again, that's a cost item. Do you think there's enough concern about that in the community that people are willing to accept maybe a tax increase to...
I think so. I think public safety is really an important issue. So, yeah, I think that would be an acceptable increase in services.
Right. So one thing that's unusual that's happening in this election on your side of the lake is you've got Doug Findlater, who's been the mayor forever, it seems, stepping aside from being the mayor, but yet hanging on to council. Yeah. Hanging on as a council member. I'm trying to think of that happening somewhere else. Any thoughts on that?
I agree. It's somewhat of an odd situation, but you know, Doug has been a big part of the community. Even before incorporation, he was on the governance committee. So he's dedicated a lot of his time, and I think he wants to stay involved. He wants to see some projects finished, and he's probably having a hard time pulling away from it 100%. So, he's going to be there if I need any help. I'm sure I can call if he's elected, right?
Yeah.
He's one of 16 council candidates, so he still has to be elected. But it is an odd situation. There's going to be change going forward, and hopefully he'd be comfortable with that change if he's elected.
Right. Well, he's only got one vote if he doesn't agree with a bit of change.
That's right.
But I can't see him not being a resource from time to time, because he's been the guy that's been dealing with other levels of government and with First Nations in the area, and you can always turn to him and ask him, now, how did that go?
100%, I agree with you 100%, and I know he would be there to support me in any way he possibly can.
And what about your relationship with the rest of council? Is it, given that likely we get some incumbents reelected, is this a group of people that you could see yourself collaborating with well?
You mean as far as the new council may be a combination of new candidates?
Do you see yourself as a good consensus builder with those personalities?
Well, very much so. I think it's really important that there is a team attitude, within council. That there's a positive attitude that we want to achieve a good positive growth, good things for the community. Continue to improve our community, and I believe that I can help with that leadership and make that happen. Work with the team, whoever is elected.
And for those who don't know your background at all, give us a little bit of a bio on yourself. You run a financial planning company?
Yeah, I'm a certified financial planner. I've been running my own business for the last 30 years. And my son's going to be taking over my business hopefully on October 20th when I'm elected. I've been very involved in the community. I've been in the past, I was 10 years on Westside Minor Hockey, the board. I was a director for the food bank. I'm a Rotarian. I was a director of the Greater Westside Board of Trade. And
what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I got an amazing wife, two great kids, and I do have my free time. I enjoy reading. I like playing golf. I'm not the best golfer in town, but I like getting out there. Right. But I'm a community guy. I've always been that way, and so with my business experience, my community experience, my council experience, I believe that I have the leadership skills to lead the new council forward into the next term.
Terrific. It was great getting to know you better.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.
Thank you.